Hello and welcome, this is Angel of Death 9, and we are testing which sword in the Direwolf20 1.710 pack is the most damaging. I have two versions of each sword, and I did not do all the Tinker's swords, I just did the manual ones. So, one regular, and then the next one upgraded. So, most of them, it's just sharpness 5. And the Tinker's ones, it's quartz with 6 modifiers, because you can add 3 in survival mode. So here we go. This is Diamond Sword, and we will be testing for damage on iron golems. So that did 10. So since golems have 50 hearts, that's divided by 2, so that did 5 hearts. I'm just going to write the number of hearts right above the sword. Alright, and enchanted diamond sword. We went from 90 to 74, which is so that would be 8 hearts. Alright, let's try the bronze sword. Alright, our golem seems to have wandered away. Let's do this one. That would be 9, so that's 4.5 hearts. 4.5. Bronze sword. Alright, enchanted bronze sword. Hang on. 91 minus 76 is 15, so that was 7.5 hearts. 7.5. Alright, next up, Invar. 76 to 67. That is 9, so that's it. 4.5 hearts. What is this one? Alright. In case you're curious, these are the sword stands, or sword pedestals for Bibliocraft. I'll just spawn another iron golem. That's 85, so that did what is that, 15 damage? So 7.5 hearts. So looks like copper and Invar are the same, damage wise. This is the bound sword from Blood Magic. And that is 15 damage, so that's 7.5 hearts. Alright, let's get the sharpness 5 version. You're really gonna do this to me? Alright. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hearts. This is the Thaumium sword. So 85 to 76, that is 9, so 4.5 damage. 4.5. Let me turn off the rain. And this is the Thaumium sword. Hit sharpness 5. 76 to 61. That is 15, so 7.5 hearts. A lot of these swords do that. Alrighty. Sword of the Zephyr, which allows you to fly if you just hold right click. To this guy. 74 to 64, that's 10. So 5 hearts. My golems are starting to wander away. Oops. Next we have Sharpness 5, Sword of the Zephyr. That is 16 damage, so 8 hearts. It's up there with the diamond sword over there. Same damage as a diamond sword. Just you can fly with it. Alright, Void Metal. That's 10. And it has some type of enchantment on it. I don't know what that was. $74 to $58. It's 8 hearts damage. And whatever debuff it applies. This is the Ruby Sword. 58 to 47. It's 7 hearts of damage. Alright, where's... killing me. Alright, let's just get rid of him. And that is 17, so 8.5. Alright, Sapphire Sword. That's 10, so 5 damage. Alright, next up, Sapphire Enchanted with Sharpness 5. Golem. You took 16 damage, good. So 8 hearts. 8. Make it easy for me. Alright, so far the Bound Sword with Sharpness 5 is winning at 11 damage. But we're not done yet. No, no. Alright, next. Emerald Sword. Or, sorry, Peridot. 10 damage, so 5. 5 hearts. I'm gonna guess it's the same as the Sapphire. 16, so yeah, 8 damage. Next up, the Flex Sword. That is 9 damage. So 4.5. Alrighty. Alright, now is the upgraded version. That is 15, so 7.5. The Soul Scribe. Is 9, so we have 4.5 here. And since sharpness increases the same every time, that is 7.5. Just to speed along this video. will be very long if I do not. There's 9, so 4.5. It's a set. It's the same. And this is Terra Steel Blade, the Terra Blade. Just in case you were wondering, this hammer I have that's been killing the golems in one hit is a creative mode only item, to the best of my knowledge. Right? Is that right? 10 damage, 5 hits, yeah. Okay. And then that would be 8. Elementium. We have 9 damage, it's 4.5 again. So, same as the other ones. All the other ones over there. So, next up, the Steel Sword. That is 9 damage. Next up, the Ender. That is 7? Wow. Same as the Steel Sword. So, this one is the empowered version. You see the little bar at the bottom of it. And I'm going to use a new golem. That is 9. So, I am not seeing any difference here. Interesting. Alright, next up we have the Etheric Sword. Also 9. Same. I believe the Etheric Sword ignores armor. So that would be the benefit of it. Next up is Ironwood. Same. Alright. We have next the Fiery Sword from Twilight Forest. That is 89. This sword does 5.5 damage, plus it sets them on fire. And next would be, I'm going to test this one, 83, plus fire. That is 8.5 damage. So definitely one of the better swords we've seen. Steel Leaf Sword. 10 damage. Now this is the giant sword. It's one of my favorite looking swords because it's huge. That did 7 damage. This is the Knightly Sword from Twilight Forest. 10 damage. So 5 hearts. Which means the next one is 8 hearts. Alright, the Ice Sword. 10 damage, and I don't know what just happened to him. Alright, next up, the Glass Sword from Twilight Forest. Whoa. It's 100 to 57. That is 43 damage. Which means this does 21.5 hearts of damage. One of the best we've seen. I believe that one is winning. So let's grab the enchanted Glass Sword with sharpness 5. That is 49 damage. Which means that does 24.5 hearts. Alright, next up we have the Manual Sword from Tinker's Construct. It has no modifiers on it. This is the Broadsword. 8 damage, so 4 hearts. This one has 6 modifiers of quartz, which is sharpness, and that affects damage. Let's get a fresh golem here. That is 22 damage, I believe. Sorry, 27, which means this does 13.5 hearts of damage. Alright, next up we have the Spear of the Huntsman from Witchery. That is 11 damage. The Icorium Sword from Thaumcraft. Or not Thaumcraft. Thaumic Tinkerer, which is an add-on to Thaumcraft. That did 12 damage, so that does 6 hearts, and Icorium Swords never take durability. So because we know sharpness adds 3 hearts, we know this is 9. The Awakened Sword, why did this one pop up? The Awakened Sword does more damage, I believe. The only difference, I guess, then, between the Icorium and the Awakened Icorium Swords is the area and the soul modes, which area mode will make it attack in a 5x5 area, all mobs. Soul will give you extra hearts. Last up is the melee assist with the Power Fist, and on max damage. That does 10, so that is 5. Alright, we have a clear winner. It is the Glass Sword. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.